Hello and welcome everybody to another Arena Direct sealed event. I'm Paul Cheon, and we are trying to win more, I can say that because we won one, boxes of Ninja Turtles collector booster boxes. So this is fresh off the heels of our recent victory. I am literally recording this again and hopping into another one. We had an incredible, what looked like a basically Orzhov Ninjas draft deck, and we just went a clean 7-0. It was a fantastic run. If you haven't seen it, definitely recommend checking it out. Let's run it back. We have restocked our coffers full of gems, and we are ready to hop in and see if we can make it back to back. Now, before we head into the sealed, I did want to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all of your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Whether you want to buy some booster boxes of Ninja Turtles or you wanted some singles for your standard Modern, Pioneer, or Commander decks, check out TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Additionally, go to HeavyPlay.com for all your Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories needs. If you are in the market for top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, all that utilize their special magnetic technology so that all their products snap conveniently into place, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Alrighty, here we go. I would be interested in a nice 5-color or multicolor shell as well, but of course it just depends on what we open. And wow, this is a very blue-red heavy pool. So I'm really hoping that I get the support. And that's the one thing about Seal Deck though. Oftentimes you're not going to get it. I did get it with the Ninjas, but Chrome Dome is great. Raph and Leo, Sibling Rivals, that's an okay card. Slash Reptile Rampager can be a nice top end card. I'm not a big fan of Bebop and Rocksteady. Like if I'm Golgari, I'll probably play it. Raphael the Nightwatcher is great. Just a good aggressive creature. Don and Raph, Hard Science. Again, this is just like, if I'm blue-red, I'll play it, but if not, I probably won't. Donatello Gadget Master can be okay. It's not insane, though. And does Machines. 1 in a blue. When this enters, mill 2, draw 2, then discard 2. So basically, loot twice. When you level this up, return up to 2 target artifact cards from your graveyard to your hand, which is great. And 5 mana. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put 3+1/+1 counters on target artifact you control. If it isn't... Okay. Please. Please, artifacts. Okay? Give me an artifact pool. Come on. All right. Let's take a look at a white, Featherbrain Filcher. So, okay. Hey, our white's actually decent again. April O'Neil, Dimensional Exile, triple Uneasy Alliance, Koya, Death from Above. All right. Oh, a lot of interaction. So again, white is very, very deep. So it wouldn't shock me if I did go and end up in Dissurrection, but noting I don't have the rares this time for a black-white shell. That doesn't mean I'm not going to play black-white. Blue. Surveillance Cam, double Buzzbots, does Machines, Bespoke Bow, Donatello, okay, other Donatello. All right, certainly better than the last time where we had basically unplayable blue. Black has Splinter, okay, that's good. Orokusaki, Shredder's Revenge is fine and sealed, some removal. Bunch of Bebops that I probably won't play, Shredder Unrelenting, okay. We got some black and white. I actually think Ninjas is definitely on the table here. Let's see what we have. Oh my gosh, I just realized. We have triple Bebop and triple Rocksteady. They combo together, but they're legendary. I just think that's really funny. And we have the Golgari, Bebop, and Rocksteady. So we can literally just build a Bebop and Rocksteady tribal deck. Or Kindred deck, whatever you want to call it. But yes, I don't actually think it's good, though. All right, taking a look at our red. Let's see. Hope we can get some more artifact support. Mouser Foundry is certainly something we're interested in. Slash is good. Okay. What about our green? Well, there's only like 5 green cards, so probably not going to play it. The Courier of Comestibles is great. Okay, we got some black-white on... Oh my gosh, look at these blue-red cards. Oh, wow. Okay. We could go either direction here, right? Because look, we have Karai, Future of the Foot, and Karai's Technique, which are both really good. But we also have Mouser Mark III, Donna and Raph, Nobody, Baxter Stockman, Metalhead, Brilliant. Okay. I think the blue-red's better. I really do. All right, we have an Omni Cheese Pizza. Chrome Dome is also ridiculous in the artifact stack. So, okay. This is interesting. This is cool. I actually like, basically it's like there's 2 very distinct decks here. Neither of them, I think, are centered around some kind of like green value deck. We don't have everything pizza or anything like that. But I think it's blue-red or black-white. What do I want to start with? I'm going to start with blue-red just because it has all the rares. So, well, actually, you know what? First, of course, I keep forgetting. We have to sort this, right? And you know how we sort it, right? Editing magic. All right, back to this. Yeah, again, our green doesn't look great. We do have a Courier of Comestibles that can fetch an anchovy and banana pizza, but the rest of the green, like Pachyderm's fine, but not enough value here. Also, our mana fixing isn't that good, which basically kind of eliminates the multicolored soup deck as an option. So I think green certainly easily goes. And then, like I said, I mean, it really just comes down to like blue-red versus black-white. Black-white has so much removal, like 3 Uneasy Alliance, Dimensional Exile, double Grounded for Life, and Make Your Move, and Koya, which is obviously quite nice in black-white. And then we also have Shredder Tech. In fact, I think it has too much removal. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, this is 10 removal spells. I actually just can't play all of them, right? Which is kind of wild. Oh, and this. Like at some point, I'm going to have to cut like the weaker removal spells. So it's almost like I have too many removal spells. The downside actually is the fact that it's actually a little bit light on creatures. And I feel like the sneak deck doesn't really function if you know, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. So immediately, maybe 12. There's also Chrome Dome, but I think that's the issue here with the white-black deck. It's got a lot of individually powerful cards and plenty of interaction, but it is lacking in creatures. So let's take a look at the blue-red deck here first. All right, let's take a look here at our blue-red deck. I added the white cards here in case I wanted the splash for removal, but I feel like I have just like too many playables here, so I can probably just cut that. Does Machines is quite nice, of course, in the artifact deck. Just gives you that value engine. So I think Omni Cheese Pizza will certainly make its way into the deck here as well. I did notice that we are not super heavy on removal. So certainly we might be looking to play, like we have 1, 2, 3. I might have to play this Retro Mutation. We'll see. All right, Raph and Leo I don't think is great. It's just hard to cast. And yeah, it just doesn't have like a great win rate. I don't even know if Dawn and Raph Hard Science is good, honestly. I'm going to play it just because it's easy to cast, but after you attack, the next non-creature spell you cast this turn has affinity for artifacts. So for my spells, I guess, let's cut Zog for sure. We can cut Rock Soldiers. Raphael, Most Attitude. I'm going to just put a bunch of these like maybe cards here on the side. Crustacean Commando certainly can go. And this in this. I like the rest of these cards, including the Bot Bashing Time, just because we're lacking removal. Purple Dragon Punks, also, I guess. What's our artifact count right now? 11? That's pretty good. But, like, this looks like a totally functional deck. It absolutely does. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 creatures. Maybe we can add one more here. Although, Mouser Foundry also counts as a creature. I mean, I would be hard-pressed to shy away from this configuration, I will say. This just looks like good curve, some card draw, late game, great uncommons, a couple of rares, 3 rares, not like bomb rares, but fine cards. I think I'm going to cut Raphael Most Attitude. I think this is one of the single like cards. There's cards like this that exist a lot, but this is the type of card where a lot of people play this because it has infinite words on it, but it's actually not a good card. It's a 4-mana 4/3. It's pretty easy to block. You need to trigger it as well. It is very fragile. There's just a lot going against the card, and it's just not really something that I want for the strategy of this deck. Yeah, I guess I'll play the... I don't love this, but I'm just going to play it for more interaction. I'll play the Purple Dragon Punks just as another 2-drop that can occasionally... Not as good in this deck as I've had in some others, but I think it's fine. And then, so now it's basically between playing our 15th creature or Mind Transfer Protocol. I just don't believe in Dawn and Raph. We'll play the Mind Transfer Protocol. It's a nice little trick here as well. All right, so 14 creatures. We're going to win a lot of games with Slash, Metalhead, Baxter Stockman, Raphael, Brilliance Unleashed. Ideally, we want to get back Omni Cheese Pizza or like Surveillance Cam. That would be nice, but yep, rock solid list here. Let's take a look at what the black-white deck looks like, but I feel like 90% positive I'm going to play this. All right, so this is the black-white deck. Like I said before, infinite removal with 14 creatures, and like, here are some of the hits. I'm playing Chrome Dome with like no artifacts. Tunnel Rats isn't great. Action News Crew is kind of underwhelming. So 3 filler level creatures. We certainly need to cut like some removal, right? So maybe it's like Grounded for Life because it's a little situational. So yeah, I mean, this looks fine, but the blue-red deck looks way better. But, you know, this is like a functional deck. You know, you play this and you hope to win gems, but let's go back to the blue-red deck. All right, this is the blue-red deck, ready to go, and let's battle. All right, now before round 1 starts, I just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in a different way, I do have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Special shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Access to the Patreon will give you access to a variety of different benefits, including access to my Discord channel, which I think is a really great way to join a great group of folks looking to up your limited game. But I also post monthly videos for the Patreon, and I do monthly streams. And I try to stay pretty active, so it's probably one of your best ways to actually kind of interact with me one-on-one in the Discord. So if you want to check it out, patreon.com/paulcheon. All right, gonna keep this here. 3 lands, Chrome Dome, Bespoke Bow, lots of interaction. Now, noting that our creature count is a little bit on the lower side here. All right, red-white aggro. Well, never mind. Red-white. No, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother. Just Omni Cheese Pizza. Red-white mid-range, which is a completely fine archetype here. But I fully expect them to play a creature here unless they have a removal spell on Chrome Dome. I want them to play Uneasy Alliance. That would be awesome. Oh my gosh. They just did. Oh wow. I had the Bespoke Bow, but I have an even better play. I just play Nobody and pick it up. That's amazing. And do I want Buzzbots? I don't think so. Like, it's a nice 2-drop, but obviously with a card like Brilliance Unleashed, I'm looking for more high-impact spells or lands. Casey Jones. Wow, they just ran that out? Hold on. At the beginning of your next upkeep, discard 3 cards at random. Well, so I'm not going to be looking to trade here. Right, well, I don't want to kill this. So I think we just play a couple of things. Let's go Chrome Dome and Buzzbots. I guess we drew the other Buzzbots anyways. Like, this is a lot of pressure, right? Like, they have to... They're gonna discard their whole hand next turn. Like, I'm just happy keeping this alive. I suppose they could sneak something in. But they almost need to just kill this, right? I'm actually curious, what do you think the win rate is on a card like Casey Jones? I bet it's really low. Yeah, 52%. Not high. They're literally going to have to pitch their whole hand next turn. That's crazy. What do I want to do? Probably return to the sewers. Maybe keep back Nobody. Okay. At the beginning of your upkeep, discard 3 cards at random. Oh, it only happens once! Oh, never mind. Okay, no, it's better than I thought. But it is still not good, I don't think, is where I'm at with it. Presumably they have a trick here. Mouser attack? Sure. I don't want to bounce it, though. I don't want them to find a fresh grip of cards, so we'll let that happen. We'll bounce this. And honestly, I might just use bot bashing time to just kill this here. Yeah, really would have liked the land. Alright, let's just kill you. Alright, well, we have a lot of expensive cards in hand. 4 lands in play. Baxter Stockman here for the 5-drop. Brilliance Unleashed for the 6-drop here. Last Ronin's Technique, just playing around counterspells, I guess? They're just main phasing it. And they're gaining some life. Okay. Alright, well, Baxter Stockman was fantastic. We get to slam that. And start hitting in the air. Non-zero chance they have a way to kill Baxter Stockman, for sure. Yep, they do. And I will trade. This is fine. I honestly just want to hit the 6th land. Mind Transfer Protocol and Omni Cheese Pizza. Okay, so that's great. Because I have the Omni Cheese Pizza to go with the Brilliance Unleashed. There's the land. Let's go Mouser Foundry. Now let's pump the token. Oh, I didn't know you can pump your opponent's tokens. I don't know how that comes... I don't know how that ends up being relevant, but it's a thing. All right, so now, I mean, I feel like we have a lot of our bases covered here. We have removal into Mouser Foundry, also the Brilliance Unleashed. Like, we just... all kinds of action here. I don't know that I want to use the Brilliance Unleashed just yet. Let's just kill Leonardo. I'm not sure if I want to get back Mouser Foundry or the Omni Cheese Pizza. Usually the Omni Cheese Pizza, unless like there's another thing I really have to kill. Okay, opponent flooding out a little bit. Never mind! Holy cow. Well... oh my gosh. Well, things were looking good. Now I have this silly thing I have to answer. I don't even know how I'm supposed to beat this thing. Okay. What? How do they... Okay. Like, how are some of these so unplayable and this card is just dumb? Alright, well... Okay, at least we can block that. Alright. Okay, that was a really good draw. Surveillance Cam was amazing. So we can lock that down for a turn, and now we kind of need to get the ball rolling here. So I kind of want to cast... What do I want to cast? Brilliance Unleashed allows me to put a bit of a clock on my opponent. Oh, that is really interesting too. So here, I have a couple of options, right? I can go Brilliance Unleashed, and I can get Chrome Dome or Omni Cheese Pizza, right? If I get Chrome Dome, I can copy Surveillance Cam and just like lock down Raph and Mikey forever. So we'll deal here. I think I'm going to do that, actually. I mean, a 3/3 flyer also seems really good, but... Turtle Van, okay. Wow, look at that. These are some professional draws. All right, well, let's go ahead and bounce Raph and Mikey. Oh, I just realized this costs 5 mana, not 4. Whoops. Interesting. Hold on, I gotta think now. If I tap this and just draw some cards, is there a world where I have lethal? Create a token, that token gains haste. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. Yeah, let's actually do this. Because if I draw a land, I think I have lethal. Oh, okay, well. This is also lethal. Attacking creatures you control have double strike. Alright. Woo! We had to kind of draw out of that one. Like, Surveillance Cam... I mean, we drew all of our good removal, but that's why I'm playing the Retro Mutation. Like, I don't like the card, but sometimes your opponents are going to play silly bombs, and you're going to need answers for it. Woo! We dodged a bullet in that one. Well, I went from thinking I couldn't possibly lose to, uh-oh, this is going to be tough, into, all right, we're doing okay. All right, on the play again, we have 4 lands, turn 2 Chrome Dome, Mind Transfer Protocol, and a Donatello. Totally fine hand. I'm playing this because it's one of my few tricks. Ooh. Purple Dragon Punks. I think there's a lot more upside here, so I'm going to play that over the Chrome Dome. If I draw another 2-mana play, I can play both. Ooh, interesting lands here. Courier of Comestibles. They got an Ice Cream Kitty, sure. All right, let's play Chrome Dome. Now, if they have a removal spell, they're probably going to fire it off. And this is where things get kind of sad, just because I don't want to play Donatello on an empty board, right? So if they kill the Chrome Dome and if I draw a land, then I'm probably just going to keep a Return to the Sewers. Oh, are they trying to represent guac and marshmallow pizza? It could be. But I'm totally happy with a 4-mana 3/4 that replaces itself, especially in sealed deck, you know? All right, so now I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe you kill my Chrome Dome. You kill my Chrome Dome so that my slash resolves, right? Oh, this card's excellent. I will say they did just... It's a little bit less scary because they got an Ice Cream Kitty. All right, they do have a guac and marshmallow pizza, so do need to consider that. So it can't copy itself. Whatever, I'm going to attack. Okay. Yep. So now I have a somewhat interesting decision, right? I can choose to save my Donatello and use Return to the Sewers here on the Ice Cream Kitty. That seems pretty good instead of playing the Slash. All right, let's go do that. I get to eat a free courier of comestibles. They don't get their kitty. Oh, didn't play around the second marshmallow guac thing. Okay, whatever. It is what it is. All right, now what do I want to do? I certainly want to use the mutagen here. This is a 1/2. I have the Purple Dragon Punks and the Chrome Dome. I think I'm going to pump the Purple Dragon Punks. Oh, wait. I don't see a world where I'm like, I use my mana to like copy mutagen tokens, but that is something I could have done. It absolutely is, right? Okay, so now we are a little bit flooded. I do have Slash. I have Manual Transfer Protocol, which turns this into a base 4/5. And then I can then make it into a 5/6. But so I suppose they can double block here. All right, let's just play Slash. I take it back. I wish I had my mutagen token. I take it all back. Just need any artifact. We have 11 artifacts in our deck. 11 or 12. Return to the Sewers. Well, we are certainly interested in drawing it again. All right, Punk Frogs. All right, are we racing? Okay. Slash. They could tempo us out. We'll see. All right, they're getting aggressive. I hope they don't have another answer to the Slash. Nobody on guac and marshmallow pizza. Okay, they're cooking. So now that can trade with... Oh, they can untap this, right? And that turns it into a 7/8. Oof. Okay. Fair enough. That was actually really good. Oh, wait. Hold on. 4/5. No, that doesn't do anything. That's rough. We need a good draw. Mouser Mark III is not a good draw. Well, I guess it's a fine draw. Yeah, actually, it is a totally fine draw. So now we're going to just start burning out our opponent. It's an artifact, so I can use my Chrome Dome, which is pretty good. And of course, I'm not going to attack here because this untaps, right? So they can make a 7/8 hexproof creature. So we'll just chill. All right, they're gaining some life. Is this my end of turn? I can't tell. I think it's my end of turn. Yeah, I'm just going to wait. All right. I should stop at their end of turn. All right. Let's just hold up all the stops here. Oof, Metalhead. Okay. They don't have red mana, so that's good. Well, let's just go ahead and copy this and hit them. Might as well get the 2 damage in here. Now, they do have the guac and marshmallow pizza. Interesting attack here. 7-8. So I can attack with all, I can block with all 3 of these and just try to force the guac and marshmallow pizza. They are going to cast it, or they don't have to cast it. But I mean, I think any exchange here is something that I don't mind, right? Like if they play the pizza, this would still die and these 2 would die. And the pizza would be out of their hand. Alternatively, I can just block the nobody with this and they use the pizza. Let's just kill the punk frogs. Yep. So they get to kill my 2 creatures on the left. But, I mean, the punk frogs is down, right? And that's big. And the guac, and we got the guac and marshmallow pizza out of their hand as well. So. Alright, land. Ooh, surveillance cam. Fantastic. Always coming in clutch. Always coming in clutch. Jeez! Alright. Donatello Gadget Master. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where when it attacks, like I kind of don't want to take the 1 here. I don't mind eating the other cards. So let's tap down the Courier Comestibles, I guess. Yeah, this is fine. All right, so we block here. They get a 3-2. Okay. All right. So I do have the slash. I probably should attack. Do I have a lethal attack? Like 7, 11, 12, 13? 4, 8. So yeah, not quite enough. We attack. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I guess it would have been lethal, sure. I have 8 mana. How do I want to do this? Whew! Block. If they have a removal spell, I'm just dead, but like, it is what it is, right? Okay. I do have the Mind Transfer Protocol as well. They're at 5, I'm at 4. Really close game. Yep. Those blocks make a lot of sense. I'm going to try to save my Chrome Dome here with the Mind Transfer Protocol, but of course we're going to block first. If they have a removal spell here, we die. If they had one, they might have used it already. I'm hoping they don't, obviously. The thing is, even if I untap the slash... Yeah. Okay, they let us block. That's huge. The reason why this is super huge is my Surveillance Cam gets sacrificed end of turn. And I can use this to like tap down a creature. And I think this... well, is it lethal? It should be. Oh my gosh. Well, now it's like... if it wasn't lethal before, it's super duper lethal now. 3, 4, 5. Let's bounce you. And then we can sacrifice the Surveillance Cam. All right. That was a good game. That was a good game. Blue-green value, Krang was kind of scary there, but we managed to fight through it. You know, that Surveillance Cam, both games, very, very well timed against various expensive large rares that have good attack triggers. So, coming in very, very clutch here for us so far. All right, on the play here, another turn 2 Chrome Dome, 3 lands. Certainly keeping this. We have a Retro Mutation, which we're going to avoid playing until very, very late. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact you control. That doesn't do much here. Man! This is a really, really good card. It's actually one of the best performing uncommons in the format. Everything Pizza, nice. I'm just gonna play Donatello. I can copy Chrome Domes if they don't kill my Donatello. But, like, I just need to play something for the turn, right? So this puts a lot of pressure on my opponent. Like, it kind of forces them to kill the Donatello. Okay, so that's a Slithering Cryptid. Yeah, I mean, this isn't great. I guess I can use this as a way to kill Cryptid, which is not great. But I think I'm going to do it. Also, this card just isn't good, right? So, it's like, if I can just get something out of the way, I'll do it. The reason why I'm also doing this is next turn I can play Metalhead, and so if they play another creature, I can get that creature out of the way with the Metalhead and just like continue forcing awkward blocks. Then I have Chrome Dome to copy Metalhead, which is also quite nice. The only issue is it's legendary, but hey, if I need to get a creature out of the way so that I can copy Chrome Domes, obviously I'm going to be very, very happy about that. So Donatello, Turtle Techie here is the play from the opponent. And wow, we have all kinds of good options here. Yeah, I'm going to play Metalhead. This is just a really good tempo play. I'm going to bounce Donatello. Attack. They're going to block because they have to. And now I just have a really good board. Like, they can play Donatello again, but then I can just copy Metalhead, bounce the Donatello again, and then copy Chrome Dome. Alternatively, if they just play something else big, well, I mean, I can almost bounce anything, right? And then I obviously also just have like Slash plus Baxter Stockman, which are both very, very good here too. So, no shortage of great 5-mana options. I actually don't know what I'm supposed to play. Like, am I supposed to play this? Like, it seems apparent that my opponent doesn't have removal, but they're also on the back foot. What will actually provide the most amount of damage? I think the Slash deals the most amount of damage. Baxter lets me get in for 3 extra points in immediately, and then the next turn, I guess I would get into 3 because I play the Baxter. So Baxter lets me get in for 3 points immediately, whereas the Slash is just larger, and then I can get that damage back by playing the Baxter Stockman, which would then deal 4 damage from the Alliance triggers on the Slash. But my opponent's deck is absolutely not the type of deck where I want this to go to the late game here. Look at this. They had to kill Donatello. That's incredible. Okay, we drew a land. And yeah, I'm just going to play Slash. Alright. And I mean, look, if they have a removal spell for Slash, which is very likely because they're all the colors, we still have plenty of damage coming in with this Baxter Stockman. But I think this is the highest upside play here for us. Like, oh, what is this? Interesting. Huh. And they didn't even utilize the mutagen here, so that is definitely concerning. And this has to deal combat damage to me. 5. I think the most risky play is trying to copy Metalhead here, so I'm just going to play Baxter Stockman. Like, it's pretty clear that they have something. So I'm going to just target Metalhead and just attack with that. And because this has first strike, but this also has first strike. Yeah, I mean, it's clear they have something. I just don't know. Oh, it could be a Tenderize. But Tenderize doesn't work on Metalhead. Deals damage equal to its power, right? So I can sacrifice this. Okay, now they're at 2. I guess I should attack with Slash if that's what they had. I mean, this is a lot. This is a lot. They have a really powerful 5-color deck, but we were just able to put on just enough pressure to close that game out before we got everything pizza. If you get everything pizza, you know, you're probably gonna lose. All right, opponent on the play here. Okay, we don't have Chrome Dome in our hand this time, but we got 3 lands, Surveillance Cam, and Does Machines. Okay, and a Retro Mutation. What does this do again? I mean, I'm just going to play it. Omni Cheese Pizza. I'm not going to play Surveillance Cam. Actually, hold on. I got to think about how I'm sequencing things here. What if I draw a 3-mana play, and I need this in play for Donatello? Because I'm playing this next turn. I actually think it's correct to play it, because I have Donatello. Normally, you hold it. All right, let's play this card. Let's hope to hit some artifacts. Okay. Okay, we did not hit any artifacts. Okay, what happens? I can level it up, but obviously I don't want to level it up because I have no artifacts. We're going to discard Mountain, and then I got to think about what the other... I think it's just going to be Retro Mutation. These are more reliable removal spells. But... Okay, well I guess we'll just play this thing. I mean, you want to sneak it in, of course, for more value, but whatever. All right, Tenderize here. Michelangelo. Sure. They're going to sack the Cheese Pizza to gain some life. Okay. 4/4. Now what? I think I'm just going to play a controlling game here. They got 5 cards in hand. Put this on top. I'm saving this because this can kill something bigger. The only card that really blows me out here is the turtle card, the hexproof card. All right, Slithering Cryptid is the play here. They didn't want their 3/3, and now they have a 3/4. A 3/4, however, I can handle with this Donatello. So let's play that. And I can even make it a 4/5 here, which I think I will do. Utilize our mana. Now, if they can't mutagen this, you know what I mean? Next turn, we can go Bot Bashing Time plus Chrome Dome. So, setting up nicely here. All right. Now what? 4 cards in hand. Do I play the Chrome Dome? I kind of... You know what's funny is, like, I kind of want to play the Chrome Dome to get them to try to kill it. You know what I mean? Because I can just get it back. Cycle Rocksteady. So they have a 6-drop that they want. I'm holding Bot Bashing Time for something big. I'm hoping it's not a 7/7, though. If it's another Rocksteady, then obviously we're in trouble. Also, I'm going to let them attack me. A lot of people forget about the untap clause on Surveillance Cam, and that's part of its power, too. Believe it or not. Okay. That is an 8/8 Trampler. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, now I need a bounce effect. Well, I'm going to sack this to draw cards. I just have to use my mana here. Okay. Okay, that's good. We found Bespoke Bow. That is excellent. Combat Trick, nice. All right. Playing the tempo game here while we can. And now we can copy the Bespoke Bow. Oh, that's great. That is great. I mean, it's not, like, amazing, but... if assuming they don't have another follow-up, yeah, this is really good. So, 4/5. Let's copy this. Chrome Dome for the win. Oh, man. Fantastic. Fantastic. We found a... You know, it's just like every time we're in trouble, our deck, like, bails us out with something, right? Some kind of artifact or whatever. Certainly would have loved that Retro Mutation back. I didn't think they would play an 8/8, but we found the answer. And we are just chugging along. Chugging along. 4-0. All right, opponent on the play. On the draw here, I have 2 islands. I'm going to keep this. We have some expensive cards, but I do have a Buzzbots, which can trade, draw me a card. And then I also have nobody, right? Which is a scry effect. So obviously if I just like hit a mountain right off the top, that would be ideal. But if not, we're still okay. Oh, look, ideal. Ideal. Green, white, okay. Definitely playing this. And we drew another 2-drop here, so next turn I can go double 2-drop if the purple Dragon Punks lives. And given green-white start, it will live. Okay. That's okay. We're playing against some good decks now. Agent Bishop, Man in Black. Absolutely incredible. If we lose to it, so be it. Yeah, because they're going to play another creature next turn. Yeah, I don't, honestly, I don't have a lot of time here. There's a lot of bombs. That is certainly one of them. It demands an... Oh, there's just no justice. Green, white, blue, red. Agent Bishop into Lessons from Life. This upsets me. No justice in this world. I can't play Baxter Stockman, huh? A less than exciting turn here. I'm just going to play this to scry, I guess. Now, Donatello is a good card, but I don't know that I have the time for that. Like, how am I like, they're at 19. I no. I need to maximize the chance of finding a way to kill Agent Bishop, and taking a turn off to cast a Donatello is simply not it. And I already have other good things to do with my mana, right? So we're gonna do it like this. Primordial Pachyderm. Yeah. Come on, removal. Come on, removal. Damn it. They're at 21. Oh, man. I'm gonna actually play... Yeah. Let's play Baxter Stockman. I guess they had an escape tunnel, so everything's fine, I guess. Yeah, Bespoke Bow would be great. Return to the Sewers. Just any of those cards. This is going to be a very, very big turn from the opponent. Like, they already played the Pachyderm. I think part of them wants to kill the Baxter Stockman, probably. Because it's actually allowing me to force damage through. Wow. That is on the weaker side. I would actually consider the Baxter, right? Just because if you do the Baxter, you can exile it. But I guess they have another good play. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's the classic triple spell turn. Yes. And they're scrying. Okay. They're digging. Fair enough. Gosh. No! Mountain was not it. No, actually targeting nobody was good. Because they win the late game, and I don't actually have a good attack here. I'm going to target the Buzzbots and try to hit something. And this means the Pachyderm takes 4 damage, so if I draw like a smaller damaging spell, this can help me. So, just playing to my outs here. Let's see what we find. That is an Omni Cheese Pizza. I will play it. Alright. Okay. We were playing to our outs, okay? We were trying to cycle, find what we need, but my opponent's far ahead on cards, and they have an amazing board presence here with the Agent Bishop. They still have 4 cards in hand. Yeah. Just a very powerful deck. I mean, honestly, like, they had kind of a slow start. All it took was just like one interactive spell for the Agent Bishop, and I think, kind of like some of our other opponents, yes, they have late game inevitability, but I had a well-timed interactive spell or a removal spell. Not the case here. Although they're splashing Slash. Oof. A most ambitious mana base indeed. But Frog Butler always ties the room together. Okay. Okay. You know, in yesterday's video, I was talking about how it's important to recognize when you're lucky and unlucky, and that I've been very lucky in the last one. This one, less good. Granted, I did get lucky in the previous matches to find interactive spells, but I feel like my chance to win this game is extremely low. Just can't do anything. There's a lot more power on my opponent's side of the battlefield, and it just continues to grow. Mighty Mutanimals. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what gets me back into this. I think it starts with Brilliance Unleashed, maybe? I don't know whether they're targeting their counters, but, you know, Brilliance Unleashed, getting back the pizza, right? Drawing a card and finding another removal spell. Something along those lines. But I think I have to draw it like this turn. And at this point, like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to kill. Slash? I mean, they have a Slash, a Mighty Mutanimals, and an Ancient Bishop in play. What am I to do, right? I think now they can start attacking me with the Pachyderm, right? Like, they have enough of a board presence where they can just hit me with an 8/8 Trampler. Little Lita. Well, I got a block. I don't have great blocks, though. I can double block, or I can just, like, triple block. Like this. Sure. I kind of want to keep Baxter Stockman around. Okay. All right. Well, hey, my opponent played Ancient Bishop on turn 3, and like 6 turns later, it's still in play. You can kind of guess how that one went. All right, well, you know what? Still a good run. 4 wins, 1 loss. Got to rattle off 3 in a row. It's going to be an uphill climb here. I do believe in my deck. I think it's very, very solid. We just have to dodge some of the super good decks. We have been playing against way more powerful decks in this run than we did in the last one, though, I will say. All right, opponent on the play. We have a totally fine mana curve here. 3 lands once again. Purple Dragon Punks I can play on turn 2, which can help us ramp out some of our other artifact effects. Let's see what they got. Black-green land to start with, so probably something on the slower side. Don't Frog Butler me. Oh, this is like a tap land or something. No? All right. They Frog Butlered me. Like, basically every single sealed deck in this format, if you're green, it's just like, you just want to start with the Butler. You play a turn 2 Butler on the play, I think your win rate for that match is like, probably at like 60+%. It has to be. It's just that good. All right, they missed on Casey Jones. And they played his... Okay, you know what? This is not as bad. This is not too bad. They should attack with Casey Jones. I'm not going to block. All right, a cheap artifact here would be interesting. No. There's a Bespoke Bow. I have a Mouser Foundry. Mouser Foundry is just really good at blocking Casey Jones. It's not a good use of my mana, but I don't have anything good to bounce. Other than Frog Butler if I want to slow them down. But let's just play Mouser Foundry. The nice thing about playing Mouser Foundry is that I now have that as an option to kill something if the Purple Dragon Punks lives next turn, which I think is quite nice. Okay, you know, this is not as scary as initially anticipated, but if they kill the Purple Dragon Punks, I guess it's kind of annoying. Zoo Escapees has a free attack. I will take the 2 there. And I am, if they don't play a land, I am absolutely killing this Frog Butler. If they have a removal spell, they should kill my Purple Dragon Punks, honestly. Okay. How do I want to do this? Well, they have 2 mana available. I think I want to do this on their upkeep. If they have like a trick, it makes them use more mana. And they don't have the mana to activate the Foundry. And they missed the land drop, so... Okay. They tap for red. What do they have? Okay. Nothing. We're able to find the land. We'll see. Next turn, we have some interesting options as well, right? We have slash. We can just slam the slash. We have Mouser Mark plus Bespoke Bow. We can double spell, which isn't bad either. Well, this is aggressive. I will make the obvious blocks. Wait, they had Save by the Shell? Does this give trample? Oh, it does. Okay. They did have Save by the Shell. Wow. Okay. I mean, I'm just going to play Slash. All right. At this point, I might just block with the Purple Dragon Punks to keep my life total high. Like, if they kill the Slash, I'll block the Casey Jones. I mean, I'm hoping they don't kill the Slash. Like, but if they have the 4-mana deal 6 damage spell, that's pretty clearly, like, they should use it on the Slash. They can't activate the Mouser Foundry. They played a... Did they play a land this turn or last turn? I think they just played the land this turn. I might not block with the Slash this turn, honestly. Like, if they attack with both, they're pretty clearly representing something. And so I want to just block... I mean, I'll block the Casey Jones with the Purple Dragon Punks. I just don't think they are going to attack. All right, that's good. Okay. 3 cards in hand. I do have this Slash. How do I want to go about things? It's a little bit tricky here because they just pass with 4 mana up, right? I think the safest thing to do... Hold on. Let's attack. They take 2, and then we'll just, like, tap stuff down. In case they have, like, a manhole missile or something, you know? Draw some cards. Alright, get some damage in. And then we can play Mouser Mark. Good. Alright, so they're a 10. They had nothing they could play that turn. Now if they kill the Slash, I mean, the damage might already have been done. They can play Mouser Foundry. They can activate Mouser Foundry, but that's certainly not going to kill the Slash. They have 3 cards in hand. They are 4 colors. Pizza Face. They're at 10 life. Okay, what do you do? I can get 2 artifacts back. 2, 4. Wow, I have 2 artifacts in my graveyard. Okay, so let's try to figure out a lethal line here. They got a Pizza Face in play, but I don't even care about that. I have Bespoke Bow that I can use to bounce the Pizza Face. I feel like I should do that. And then I think I attack with everything. And I do have Mind Transfer Protocol as well to get in for more damage. So let's do that. I'm not really sure how they're going to block here. If they double block Slash, they die. But if they don't, they're going to have to, like... Okay. And then Chump Slash. Okay. So this is great because they don't actually die on the spot. I can deal 6 damage to them with the Mind Transfer Protocol, so I think I'm going to not do that. Let this happen, and then I'll just play Does Machines. And then I can just get back more action. Whew! Alright, I don't really need Retro Mutation. I should just play another creature here. Alright, so I have 5 creatures in play, there are 2. They have to play that Ronin card. Which would get it done, of course. The 6-mana Wrath. But I can always get back, like, Metalhead plus something else, and we'll be fine. Alright, managed to have a combination of pressure plus just a whole lot of action in that one. So we managed to win that one, and we are now at... Well, no matter what happens, we're happy here, right? 5 wins, got our gems back. Playing with house money. Alright, on the play, absolutely keeping this. 4 lands, 1 of each. Mouser Foundry, Chrome Dome, and Baxter Stockman. Exactly what we want to see. I'm going to lead with the Foundry. Okay, another multicolored extravaganza. Let's slow them down with the bow. They might play the butler again. We'll see. Yep. Okay. Ooh. That is actually interesting. I can either go Donatello or Chrome Dome plus Mouser Mark III. I'm gonna play Donatello. I like the I like giving myself the option of being able to just jam a Baxter Stockman. Also, wow, I just found the other Donatello, which is great. But now, of course, they can play something big. They literally have all 5 colors of mana on turn 4, by the way. So, this means that they opened a nice pool with access to a bunch of good mana fixing. Wow, they're passing, so presumably they have some kind of removal effect. I'm not going to sneak anything in yet. I feel like they have another something or another here. Alright, in that case, I'm just going to play Mouser. Just play patient. Like, they clearly have something. Or maybe they don't, but like, I don't want to sneak something in and then just get like completely blown out here. So this is still just a really good board and they're going to have to kill the Chrome Dome. Or it'll be in their best interest. It would behoove my opponent to do so. The question is, what do I copy? Alright, so Chrome Dome down. I mean, if I draw a land, I'm just playing Baxter. Alright, we didn't draw a land, so now we get to copy something. Create a token of copy that's target artifact you control. The thing is, there's nothing that I want to bounce on their side. So it's either the Mouser Foundry or the Mouser Mark. Oh, it's not the Mouser Mark, it's just Mouser Foundry. Okay, whatever. And let's play Purple Dragon Punks over Mouser Mark, because now that guarantees us the mana to sacrifice our Mouser Foundries. 5 cards in hand for the opponent. Just the Donatello Turtle technique, sure. Again, land would be good. Tenderize here, sure, on Donatello. Alright, that's good. I'm hoping the damage has been done here. So I don't have the mana to play Brilliance Unleashed, but Baxter Stockman is still very, very good on this board. So let's just go ahead and jam that. Let's target one of our tokens, hit for 4. And now we just have a really, really nice board. They're going to want to kill the Baxter Stockman here as well. That is a Mouser Foundry, and that gets to kill Baxter Stockman, so that's great. Is that on the splash? Sure. Great turn from the opponent. So now I have a Brilliance Unleashed, and I can use that to get back the Chrome Dome, which I think is really good, and kill Donatello. And that lets me get in for a really big attack. So I'm going to do that. Or here, Chrome Dome back. Alright, so now they're at 5 life, and I still have a very good board with double Mouser Foundry available and Bespoke Bow. So we have a lot of tools here. If they don't kill the Chrome Dome, I can copy the Bespoke Bow to just like bounce things. But basically, like, no matter what they do, I will have stuff to do with my mana. So I guess they're like a red-green base. Okay, so the Mouser Foundry makes a lot more sense. Metalhead, okay. That still makes a token. Why did they do that? They should have just bounced my robot. Unless they have Pyroclasm. They could have Pyroclasm. Okay. Yeah, they... I think they're like, oh, I kill a token, it'll be fine. But that actually still... It's a leave battlefield effect, so I get a token. Alright. Good match. My opponent had a really solid deck, but we had another good Curvaceous hand, and here we are! Back to back, we're 6-1. We have the opportunity here to go back to back on the trophies. Let's see what happens. Let's get a good draw here. Opponent on the play already. Bad start. I'm going to keep this hand. 3 lands on the draw with the Does Machines. Plenty of cheap things for us to play in our deck. Blue-white with a Buzzbots, okay? Let's play Does Machines. Baxter Stockman, found some artifacts. I'm just gonna... Like, I just have so much mana. Let's just discard 2 of the mountains. Like, I just want to play nobody on turn 3. And then if it dies, I can use this to do stuff later, you know what I mean? Alright, Mechanized Ninja Cavalry. Sure. Let's play nobody. Bespoke Bow. Yeah, I'll keep that. I mean, it's just like an action spell, right? Like... Alright, so... I guess maybe they're blue, red, splash, white. Alright. We take the 1 from the Buzzbots. No sneak, that's good. And the Neutrinos. Okay. That is a good one. Whenever another creature control enters, it gets +1/+0. Whenever the Neutrinos attacks, exile up to 1 target creature you own, then return it to the battlefield. Oh, so that's really good with Mechanized Ninja Cavalry. Alright. So we're just going to chill then. And cast Return to the Sewers before they get to attack. Because obviously they're going to want to blink their Mechanized Ninja Cavalry. Okay, so they have it on top, but now they don't get to at least do the blinky thing, at least for a turn. Yes, I said blinky thing. Donatello Turtle Techie is very good. Okay. What do I want to do? I do have a mutagen. Alright, I think the only play here is just to get aggressive, right? So let's go Raphael, play it. Mutagen the nobody. And smack. Take 8. Or jump, sure. Okay. And with Mind Transfer Protocol, like, things get scary. Things absolutely get scary. My hope here is they don't actually have a way to kill Raphael. If they do, then we got nothing. Then we got nothing going on. But here, like, let's say their play is just play Neutrinos this turn, which might be the case, because that gives them access to more blockers. I can bounce that with the bow. Oh, never mind. Wow. Well, that also is unfortunate. What do I do now? They might also have their bounce spell. Let's bounce the Buzzbots. I'm going to put everything on the nobody because if they have a removal spell, you know, like, it's fine. Also, this is not tapped, so if they... Yeah, okay, they had returned to the sewers. Do I want it on top? Yeah, because I can bounce the Bespoke Bow. Okay. So they're a little bit stuck on lands. It's a Buzzbots. Where are they going to put the counter? That's a Donatello, okay. Oh, attack? Spicy, I like it. Okay. So I think I'm going to do a similar thing here. We're going to go nobody, picking up the Bespoke Bow. And I'm just going to bounce the... Well, I could bounce the Donatello, though. I think I want to bounce a Donatello, actually. Or maybe I just do nothing. Is that fine? Like, just hit them for 8? And then play nobody to bounce nothing? That seems not good either. This is tricky. Beginning of combat on your turn. Alright, I'm just going to attack. Oh, it's the stupid surveillance? Okay, sure. Alright, fair enough. Okay, in which case it's very clear that I need to... Because this is also a bit of a racing situation. Like, I know they get a card here. Well, we're keeping that. We're going to go Bespoke Bow on Donatello. Play the land. Brilliance Unleashed is fantastic. Granted, I don't have any artifacts currently in my graveyard, so... We're going to need to try to set something up. Right now, though, they haven't had any removal. So that's been good. But they have they have lots of tricks and they have 6 cards in hand. So like it's really hard for them to like justify just playing out Surveillance Cam. All right. That's a pair of Buzzbots. Sure. Okay. We have Brilliance Unleashed. Let's go here. This just gets in for the most amount of damage overall. Okay. All right, so my opponent, they're doing this as a way to just like draw more cards, but hey, they don't have a board presence at least, right? So there is that. They're trying to find a way to kill Raphael. Okay, red-white land, sure. I would really like to find any type of creature. I mean, alternatively, I can level this up to level 3 and then just turn this into a creature, you know? Wow. Okay. I really want just anything here, right? Honestly, I might even fire off the Mind Transfer Protocol to just get in for 2 more damage. Oh, Buzzbots works. That absolutely works. Double strike, okay. Yeah, they're just trying to stay alive here. Alright, we'll go Buzzbots. And that should be really, really good with Mind Transfer Protocol. I am still keeping this up in case they have like a damage spell to kill Raphael. Because it turns into a 4/5 plus 1 toughness. Right? So they're getting that back. Hold on. So it becomes a 4/5. And then it has +1 toughness, right? Okay. I think this works. Woo! Raphael lives! That is huge! Okay. Now what? We have a Brilliance Unleashed. They're at 21 life. I don't have anything good to get back here with Brilliance Unleashed. I think I'm going to move this over to the Buzzbots now to maximize my damage. Because I need to like actually deal damage. So let's move this here and attack. They're still just in full chump block mode. This makes them take 6 damage. Okay. Purple Dragon Punks. All right. I'm still holding on to the Does Machines. I'm not sure if that's correct or not. They really need to kill the Raphael. But they've taken a bunch of damage already. They've had to chump as well. Okay, Brilliance Unleashed again. Opponent doing a great job of keeping the board clear. 15 to 11. Do I move this here? If I move this here, they have to block the nobody, and then I can get that back. Or do I guarantee the extra damage? You know what? Let's move it here. Because then they block then they'll block the nobody, which is fine. Because then now I get to actually utilize the Does Machines, which I think is also pretty good. Just to get a scry. Played a land. And I will play this. And I'm going to pick up Bespoke Bow. We get a scry. Mouser Mark III. Think I can do better than that. Okay. Now keep in mind, like they still have 6 cards in hand. Close life total. It's not like I have just an army of unstoppable creatures in play. I have a Buzzbots, a Purple Dragon Punks, and a Nobody, right? So let's see here. Being able to put 3+ on target artifact you control. If it isn't a creature, it becomes an 0/3. Okay. Mouser Foundry, sure. Okay. So I can tick this up. If I do, Buzzbots becomes ginormous, which I think is good. Okay. So that gets locked down, and I have access to 8 mana. Utrom Scientist will trade with the Purple Dragon Punks, I guess. I guess I don't have to. I'm actually just going to play this. I think I value the mana from the purple dragon punks here. So here's the nice thing, right? I still have all the interaction in my hand. I have a level 3 Does Machines, 2 Buzzbots in play. So if they find a way to kill my 4/4, I can still put counters on my other one, which is also really, really good. So I think that was good. We're at 11, they're at 6. Again, lots of interaction in our hand. Bespoke Bow to just bounce any number of their... Like, if they just play like a 4-drop creature, that just ain't it, right? That's just not going to get it done. They can use the Mouser Foundry to kill the other Buzzbots, but then they still have to deal with my 4/4, right? Which is presenting a lethal attack next turn with the Does Machines. First time playing with this card, actually. Very nice. Okay. Interesting. All right, so I'm going to target the other Buzzbots. No. I see what they're doing. Okay. Big turn here. What's my approach here? If I target this, then they use the Mouser Foundry. Then they only take the 4. But what if I go Bespoke Bow and bounce the token? Then I can use the Bespoke Bow on something. Where do I want to put this? Oh man, this is scary. Let's put it here, I suppose. So if I put the counters here, they tap it, right? They tap this, and then they have to block everything else? Okay. Okay, well, now I can just pump the other Buzzbots, right? I don't know what else they have, but this is a good attack here. This is lethal. Okay, they have something else. Fair enough. Retro Mutation. That's still lethal. Is this it? Are we going back to back? I think we're going back to back. Let's go! Oh man. What a run. What a run. What incredible games. And this is the first time I think I've done something like this. Back-to-back boxes. Back-to-back collector booster boxes with 2 very, very different strategies. I will say, sometimes I make plenty of mistakes. I think we played a really tight game for this entire run. I think we were locked in, and we saw a lot of the different angles, and we found the lines to close out the games, and we won another box, 7-1. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. That is awesome. I don't know how many more of these I'm going to do, but to just be like, you know what? I just fired off 2 bullets and I won both times. Happy enough to do that. All right, let's take a look at this deck and see why it worked. Well, again, this is one of those decks where you go, if it looks like a draft deck, it's great. And this is exactly that, right? 6 2-drops, great curve, bombs, Does Machines is great in blue-red. Donatello Gadget Master was fine. Raphael is great. Baxter Stockman, Metalhead, Slash, Brilliance Unleashed. But just so many great cards here in this shell. The thing is, like, yes, your core is Nobody and Mouser Foundry and Surveillance Cam, but what really separates these types of decks are the uncommons, right? Being able to make sure that you do have something at the top end to close out games so the games don't go forever, like Metalhead, Baxter Stockman, and Slash, and Brilliance Unleashed. That's exactly what you want at the top end, and we had it all in a sealed deck, no less. So yeah, I mean, this was just an absolutely beautiful deck. We actually played against a lot of good decks this time. Pretty tight play from the opponents as well. And I'm just really, like, I am more proud of this victory than the 7-0. Like the 7-0, we drew well. We had a really aggressive draw and our opponents had middling draws. In this instance, like, we had some really good, hard-fought games where just every single turn what we did with our mana was all super important, and we pulled it out here. Woof! Cheon, touchdown, unbelievable. That's a really, really old meme that 90% of you don't even know. But you know what? For those of you that know, it's funny. And for those of you that don't, just be happy that I'm happy. Right? Just be happy that I'm happy. And right now, I am super happy. 2 entries, plus 2 collector boxes of Ninja Turtles. We have officially peaked in this format, and it is a fantastic feeling. Woo! I can just rest on my laurels. What a good run. What a good run. Ooh, maybe we can make it a third. I got time. I can do a third one. We'll see. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Special shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Also, go to TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. They are the place to go to for booster and collector boxes of Ninja Turtles, or if you needed singles for your constructed decks, check out TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, shout out to Mind Transfer Protocol, Combat Trick. Also, check out HeavyPlay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. They are your one-stop shop for top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and much, much more. Go to HeavyPlay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.